My favorite TV show of all time is Atlanta. I like Breaking Bad. I like Prison Break. The first season of Prison Break. I like it was brilliant. I like Game of Thrones. I like Break Mirror. I like South Park. I like South Park. But my favorite TV show of all time is Atlanta. It only has 4 seasons. I really love that TV show. In 2018, when I was depressed, I was only watching Atlanta and South Park. And I was starting to feel like life might really be a dream. The last episode of Atlanta is called It Was All a Dream. Our favorite character, if you ask anyone who's watched Atlanta, they'll tell you that their favorite character was Darius. He was struggling to separate his dreams from reality. So he didn't know when he was dreaming and when he was not dreaming. The show ended while he was trying to figure out whether he was dreaming or not dreaming. The first season, second season, third season, you don't think the whole show could be happening in someone's dream. In fact, you don't think that the whole show could be happening in someone's dream until the last episode, when it was revealed to us that some of the things that we were shown were happening in his dream. It's a very brilliant show. So I like the fact that when I started watching Atlanta, I was like, but life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. And I was loving, I loved the first season of Atlanta. I was watching Atlanta in South Park. I was depressed as fuck. Nothing else could make me laugh except these 2 TV shows, South Park and Atlanta. I was so depressed. I was so depressed that I was starting to think that life might not be real. I couldn't believe what I was going through. When my ex-girlfriend left, I couldn't believe that someone that I had a strong connection with would leave. Damn, did she really leave? Ever notice that when you start loving a woman deeply, she loses attraction towards you? It's like you are telling her on a subconscious level that you're not worthy of her. If you're dating a girl and you don't really love her, she loves you. If you end up falling for her, right? Because she'll love you, and you'll be like, ish, this girl, wow. Hey, maybe this girl was my soulmate. Why does she love me so much? Why do we have this deep connection? How is it that we're able to talk for hours, and we enjoy each other's company. Nothing is forced. We're just connecting. You start falling in love. Somehow, when you start falling in love, attraction towards you starts to go down like this. It's weird. It's if you truly want to be loved by a woman, you must not really love her. Everything is upside down, actually. And a woman is not going to love you just because you love her. She has to feel attracted to you. That's when she loves you. It doesn't really matter what you do, really, as long as a level of attraction isn't dropping. You know what I mean? That's it. It's once she starts losing attraction towards you. That's when the BS that you be doing will be problem. But yeah, you did this. You didn't buy me a gift on Valentine. But when she's still in love with you, I mean, she might bring it up. You know, she might talk about the dumb shit that you do, but it doesn't really matter. It's only when she stops loving you that all of that comes back and she's angry. Why was I ever with this guy? He's not worthy of my love. It's crazy. And you're so in love with her at the time and you look pathetic. Like when you're in love with a woman who doesn't love you anymore, you look pathetic as fuck. Like you really look pathetic. Yeah, but so I was going through a breakup. I couldn't believe that, that woman that I truly love. Here's the thing, man. As men, I don't know if we can love after loving. Like we only love once, right? Like if you meet a girl that you truly love, because you can date, when you're growing up and you're just having fun. You can see that it's just you having fun. There's there isn't that deep connection. You're just having fun. But if you meet this woman that you feel like was sent by the universe, you know what I mean, to you, like she's here, like you start to think, hey, look, maybe I've known this chick before I came into this realm and we're supposed to be together, build each other. When she breaks your heart, once she leaves and she becomes cold, they become very cold. It's weird, like they become very cold. You can't believe how cold they'll be, bro. You're like, dang, is this the same girl that, we used to talk about this and that, Damn, I can't believe it. I remember the story that my cousin told me about his, the story that my cousin told me about his ex after they broke up. He used to live in a house. So this other day, he went to a house. He planned, like he was going to apologize. He planned the whole thing, like, here's what I'm going to be saying. Planned. He said he he planned for days, Like, damn, I got to get it back. I love this chick. Called her. And she opened the gate. He went inside the yard. She didn't allow him to get inside the room because he wanted to talk to you. Not the house, actually, like not in the room, like the house. She didn't allow him to get inside. She just took his clothes, threw them outside. He tried to explain it, and there was this dude that she was working with who was protecting her, like he was supposed to be like a security guard, right? He makes sure that, my cousin doesn't get close to her, and he felt bad. Like, dang, what if he's the guy that's, a bit. Imagine how he would feel. Like now, you and your girlfriend broke up. She's mad. She's angry. She's disappointed. And now there's this guy that's consoling her. And this is the guy that you knew, right? You met this guy a few times before, and you kind of had, you had a bad feeling about him. But she just threw his clothes outside. She didn't want to talk to him at all. He said he was depressed. But women become cold. And he said something, something that I felt, something that really like caught my attention, right? I thought it's weird that I also experienced. He said her eyes changed, right? Like her eyes, they didn't look the way that they looked before. It's like if your girlfriend has brown eyes, now they're black. You're like, what the hell? I remember when I met my ex after we broke up, because we broke up over the phone. I was in Limpopo. She was in she was around here. Yeah, she was this. Yeah, she was in Gauteng. This is where I am now. So yeah, we met, and yeah, I tried to get her back, of course, and that didn't work. Her eyes didn't look the same, bro. Her eyes didn't look the same. I was kind of scared of her. It was like she was possessed by something. It's like, what's going on here? Like, I can't even recognize her like that anymore. Like, you know, I thought that was weird. But yeah, 2018, bro, I went through hell. So yeah, I would be watching Atlanta, the first season of Atlanta, without knowing that the whole show was happening in someone's dream. And you know, I was starting to feel like life is a dream. You know, starting to watch videos on YouTube. Like, nah, this really might be a dream. This really might be a dream. I felt like what was going on in my life was not real. Sometimes I would have dreams that would feel so real that I would wake up in the morning and think that these things actually happen. I remember I had a dream where I was having a conversation with my sister about something. And then the next day I asked her about it. And she was like, no, we've never had a conversation. Like, my sister doesn't forget anything. I was like, are you sure? Like, we were standing here and we were having a conversation, you know, about that. She's like, no, we didn't have a conversation. We didn't even talk yesterday, actually. I was like, what the hell? That dream felt so damn real. And since then, I felt like life really might be a dream. And I think I have kind of woken up like once. Like now, even when I'm making videos, this, like, I know it's a dream, right? Like, I know it's a dream. Like, in 2023, I almost had an out of body experience. My body started to vibrate, and I felt like I'm waking up, and I started to remember things. You know, you start to remember things, like you start to remember what you are, and you know that that's what you are. You're remembering. You're like, oh, so yeah. I knew that it was a dream. Of course, it was a dream, right? And you're about to wake up, like you remember. Have you ever woken up without like really opening your eyes? Like, okay, you are dreaming, and then you kind of like, your dream ends and you kind of like, you wake up but you don't open your eyes. So that's how it felt like. It's like, yeah, now I remember who I am. Yeah, I remember that. No, it's, you know, the whole thing, like, you know, life itself was not really real. It was just a dream. Like, I'll remember, but I wasn't fully awake. And I was kind of, I kind of felt like there was something that I needed to do in this dream, you know? Like, yeah, I can wake up now, but there's something that I need to do first, because I've already been in this dream for a long time. So let me just do what I need to do, and then I will wake up. So I allowed myself to go back into the dream. I allowed myself to come back, basically. It's like, yeah, I can wake up now. Yes, I know it's a dream. And at the time, it felt like, because it felt so real, right? So at the time, I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, damn, now I know it. I know what this is. You know, I remember waking up. I was like, what did I just experience? Like, that was crazy. Like, that was a crazy experience. So it's all a dream. All of it is a dream. And now I know it's a dream. But here's the thing. as time goes by, you kind of like forget. Like even though you know, but you kind of like forget. Like it seems real, right? It seems so damn real that you're like, ah. But when I woke up, I knew that the experience that I had was real. Like I was about to wake up for real. I do not know if that's how dying feels like, or if I was about to have an out of body experience, or I don't know, but something was happening. And that still happens, but not the way that it happened the first time. Like when it happened the first time, my body was vibrating like a cell phone, and it was making a sound. You know, it wasn't like shaking. It was like, it was crazy. It was a crazy experience. It still does happen, but uh, I don't feel it when it happens. I remember on Friday, my girlfriend told me that it happened again. She was like, "Were you dreaming?" But say they happen in the morning around 8. I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Your body was vibrating again." She's like, "I've never," because she had seen it happen before, and she was surprised, but she said it never happened again since then. So when it happened again, she's like, "Huh, what's going on?" At least they explained. At least they explained what's actually going on. But yeah, it said that my body vibrated again. I was like, yeah, I was dreaming, but I don't remember what I was dreaming about. But it seems like when I have these dreams where I'm kind of like waking up, that's when my body vibrates. I actually think that I'm gonna die in my, like when I die, I think I'm gonna die in my sleep. I think one day I'm gonna die in my sleep. I'm telling you, because I think that's. I think my physical body fights, like because when a person's about to die, your body fights. So I think that's what happens. It's like my body vibrating is my body actually fighting. I think about it though. How is this possible? You're alive. You are in a planet. You're told that there's many other planets that no human ever explored. Many galaxies. Like they're saying that the universe is infinite. Like it's always expanding, and we've never even we've never even been to the moon. Or maybe we have been to the moon. But does this feel real to you? How was this possible? You can say it's a simulation. Okay, fine. Let's say it's a simulation. When you woke up, when you wake up, right, when they unplug you, if this is a simulation, what created the universe that you will wake up to? Like, isn't it likely that everything that is happening within consciousness? Like there is no physical world. You're just experiencing this dream as if you are in a physical world. The same way that when you are in your sleeping dreams, yeah, it feels like you are in a physical world, right? Like I was driving a car. Yeah, it was a dope car. I could see everything. The music. I was listening to new music that I haven't had before. I was enjoying the music. There was this chick that was next to me. I've never met this chick before. I was having fun. What created that dream? Or some dreams that we have, that's so damn real, bro. Like when I have a dream where I'm waking up from my bed and have to do stuff, these dreams are real. I'll wake up and brush my teeth, take a shower and maybe decide to go somewhere, and then I wake up again. I'll be like, huh, I have woken up. That was real. There was nothing odd. Everything was where it is now. Like everything. It's just, it was real. Why am I waking up again? Why? Is there a problem? Is there like a glitch in the matrix or something? Like, what's going on? Why am I waking up again? I've had dreams where I've woken up like 2-3 times. And I know there are a lot of people who say they've had similar dreams. Remember this other guy said he woke up like 7 times. You're like, huh? I've had dreams where, like, I woke up, did a lot of things. It's just, it feel like it's real. Like everything was real until something bad happens to me. Maybe someone pulls out a gun and try to shoot me, and then I wake up. I'll be like, what if I wasn't really in my sleeping dreams? What if I really did wake up? It's just that it wasn't my time to die, so reality was able to reset itself. Like the universe was able to somehow start, like maybe I was stuck in some kind of a loop, but I wasn't supposed to die, so my day had to start again. Who knows? I've had dreams where things that were horrible happen, and I would say no. Like you have a dream where something so damn horrible happens to you, and you're like, no, this is not happening. No fucking way. And you wake up and you're like, oh, it was just a dream. What if it wasn't just a dream? You just was like, no, I don't want this shit to happen. This shit must not happen to me. No fucking way. And yeah, you refusing to continue having that experience led to you waking up again so that you don't have that experience. I think the fact that we can dream is strange. And it's crazy that we pretend as if that should be normal, just because we've been dreaming since we were young. Like, dreaming felt normal. You've been dreaming, so we don't really question why we dream. But scientists will be like, yeah, you dream because your brain is trying to rest, blah, like. It's weird that it's possible to actually dream. Like, that's not supposed to be possible, bruh. That's not supposed to be possible. And the fact that you, after waking up from your dreams, sometimes you remember that you were dreaming but not even remember your dreams. Sometimes you do remember what you were dreaming about, but you don't remember everything. I was having a conversation with someone about dreams yesterday. I was like, I don't think dreams are inconsistent. I think how we remember we don't remember everything, right? So it feels like dreams are inconsistent. I think your dreams are consistent. You just don't remember your dreams very well. So yeah, you'd have a dream where maybe you are driving a car that's blue and then it's black and then it's orange, and you're like, oh, dreams are inconsistent. But what if your dreams were actually consistent? It's just how you remember these dreams. Because you see, here's the thing. Why is it that you don't ask yourself why, if something weird happens in your dream, you don't ask yourself why it happens? Can you imagine if I'm sitting on a camp chair, if I found myself sitting on a sofa, I'll be surprised. Like, okay, what's going on here? But when you're dreaming, you don't ask yourself, what if that doesn't actually happen? It's just how you remember your dreams. You just remember your dreams as if they are inconsistent. That is why when you're dreaming, you don't really feel like you're dreaming. The fact that you can dream is really strange. And the only other life that you have experienced was in your dream. So is it so crazy to think that this is a dream? It was all a dream. It was all a dream, all of it. That is why no one is explaining to us what this is. It's because there's no one to explain to us what this is. Is if you're in a dream, who's going to tell you that you're in a dream? Think about it. Who's going to tell you where you come from in your dream? I mean, it's a dream. It's not like you were born in that dream. There's a background, so there's no background story. So you'll be confused. So even if they try to figure out where you come from, they can't really tell you where you come from because it's a dream. You see? Isn't that why we're not being told what this is? What if there is no background story? You think there's a background story. You're like, yeah, there has to be a background story. The earth is like, how old did they say the earth is? Let's say the earth is like 5 billion years old. There was a time when there was these huge creatures. They died when, again, asteroid hit the earth. What if there is no background story? Why would there need to be a background story? If you can dream, and this is a very important question, if you can dream, why would there really need to be a physical world? Isn't it much easier for you to just dream up everything? If there was a God, would he need to create a physical universe? I mean, they say God, I mean, we all know that the Bible is BS, but they say God created everything in 7 days. That takes a long time, bro. 7 days? I can create the whole universe in 1 second. Like in my dream, I can create the whole universe in 1 second. And I don't even feel like I'm creating it. It's not like I'll be like, okay, let me create the sun now. Let me create. It just happens. So wouldn't he prefer dreaming than creating a world that's going to take him time to create, that's going to take him a lot of energy to maintain, I think when a person is truly enlightened, they'll realize that it was all a dream. Yes, it really feels real. But remember, all your dreams feel real when you are in them. No matter how weird they are. We're already used to this. Maybe this is weird too, but we're already used to it. You're already used to this dream. So yeah, it makes sense that there's Wi-Fi. It makes sense that there's cell phones. It makes sense that you are in America watching me. You're in Canada. You're in Nigeria. You're in Zimbabwe watching me. It makes sense. It makes sense that we have cars, we have planes. It makes sense that it rains sometimes. It makes sense that you were born and you grew up and now you're an adult. It makes sense that there are other people who are different, who don't understand you. Some of them are very hostile towards you. Some of them have done really horrible things to other humans. So there's animals that be attacking each other. Yeah, That makes sense, does it? Doesn't it? What if it all makes sense just because you are still here? After you've woken up, you'll be like, what the fuck was that? I can't believe that I didn't notice that I was dreaming, because what was happening was weird, man. There were people who believed in this religion, where their creator is this evil being that unalived everyone on earth because he was angry, blah blah blah, and they think he's good and they worship him. Like, that's just weird. It's not supposed to be possible. That's not supposed to be possible. I was a human being. I used to breathe. I used to wear glasses because I have a bad eyesight. We had to work in order to survive. Most people are getting paid peanuts. Most people are slaves. We had to go to school and memorize a bunch of nonsense about where we come from. They said we came from monkeys. It's weird. All of this is weird. It just doesn't seem like this is supposed to be possible. There was a time when life was kind of simple, and I think that's the time that it truly felt real. Like when we were growing up, you didn't have a TV, didn't have a cell phone. You just were living your life, bruh. Everything was simple. But this world doesn't feel real. This world doesn't feel real. If you were to envision a world, let's say you've never been in a world like this. If you had to envision a world, I don't think this is what you would envision like that. Like, this is what you would consciously envision. Like, yeah, a world where there's internet, a world where there's like 7-8 billion humans, where most people are lonely. It doesn't even make sense that there's like 7-8 billion humans, but most people are alone. Most people don't even want to be with other humans. Like, I don't think this is what you would envision. We don't like most of our dreams, do we? Like, it's rare to have a dream that you actually like, that you're like, damn, man, I can't believe I woke up from that dream. I wish I could go back. That was a beautiful dream. I wish I could go back. Usually we have these dreams, even if it's not a nightmare, but we have these dreams where we're disappointed. You have this dream where you are broke, trying to, get your life together, still having the same problems that you have actually. You have these dreams where someone is not treating you right, like you have problems, there's drama in your dreams. It's rare to have dreams where things are working out, everything is working out. Even if you do have these dreams where everything is working out, like something happens to mess the whole thing up. Oh, you just get woken up before the dream ends. Someone calls your phone and you wake up and you're like, what the hell was that? Why did I have to wake up? And I don't know if this also happens to you. When I'm having like the dopest dreams, someone will wake me up. Does that ever happen to you? You're having like a very nice dream. You're enjoying yourself. It feels like you are healing. Like your body is healing, bro. Like you're having a great experience, and then someone wakes you up. You're like, what is this person even doing? Like, if your phone is on silent, they'll have to knock. And you're like, this person doesn't come here. What the heck is going on? Like, something that's not supposed to happen will happen. You're like, huh? Like, I've had many dreams where I got woken up by people who were not supposed to wake me up. Like, what the hell? Where do you come from? A person will show up and be like, yo, I heard that this is where you stay, bro. Like, when did you hear that this is where I stay? Why do you come here in the morning? Why now? Why do you show up when I'm having like this nice dream? It seems like something doesn't want me to have nice dreams. Who knows? Like something weird happens or something falls. Find that there was something on top of your wardrobe and it falls down and you wake up and you're like, what pushed that thing to fall? Right, that thing was there for months, but somehow it fell when I was having this nice dream. You must study this world. You must study this world. You'll see that there's some things that keep on happening. You see that sometimes when you're having fun, not sometimes, like most of the time when you're having fun, there will be something that's gonna disturb you. You realize that when your day starts off bad, something good happens. Yeah. Like in the end, something good is gonna happen. When you're too happy, when you're too excited, something that's not supposed to happen is gonna happen just to ruin your mood. You know, like you shouldn't be too happy. If I find myself feeling happy, I feel guilty. I'm like, shit, what now? It seems like something bad is gonna happen because, well, when I'm feeling good, when I'm feeling happy, something bad has happened. So, what's gonna happen now? And then it happens, and I'll be like, oh, yeah. My phone fell in the pool. I knew that that's what something was about to happen. It was in my pocket, but it fell inside the pool. Yeah. Anything to ruin my day, right? Anything to ruin my day. Oh, my laptop isn't working anymore. What happened? It's not supposed to not be working. Anything to ruin my day. Anything to ruin my day. This person is telling me nonsense. Where's that even coming from? Anything. Yeah, I'm not feeling that well today. Not feeling that well. And it's cold, bro. It's cold. I couldn't even go to the gym. Drink water. There's a place in my head that I go when I'm feeling. I really liked how Atlanta ended. And that show is brilliant. Like, it's the kind of show that you don't even want to recommend it to anyone. It's so good, but you don't know what to even tell them. If someone asked me to recommend them a TV show, I wouldn't really recommend Atlanta because I don't even know what to tell you. I can't even tell you what really goes on. It feels like real life. It feels like the characters are not even acting. It feels real. It feels like the things that happen. Like, it's weird. That TV show, like, Donald Glover knew what he was doing. Like, it's a very brilliant TV show. I really like how it ended. The main character, I mean, it's not even the main character, but it's everyone's favorite character, so I call him the main character. He was sitting on the sofa watching Judge Judy. In Inception, they had this thing they called a totem that they used to determine whether they were sleeping or dreaming. So, Darius would watch Judge Judy. If she had a thick ass, it would mean that he's dreaming. If she looked normal, it would mean that he's not dreaming. So they ended up with him watching Judge Judy, and he smiled, and the whole show ended. Just the way that Inception ended, like they don't really tell us whether what is the name of the character that Leonardo DiCaprio was playing. It's Hope, something like that. I don't really remember. But what I like about how Atlanta ended is that Darius was chilled. He wasn't panicking. He would panic in the beginning, like when because he would go, he would get inside like a sensory deprivation tank, and weird things were happening. He would panic, wake up. Sometimes he would wake up and think that he's woken up, and then wakes up again. He'll be very frustrated. But when the show ended, he was just chilling watching Judge Judy, and he just smiled. So we don't know if he smiled because it was still a dream, because he was in trouble, right? He stole a car, so he was in trouble, and you could hear police sirens, So we don't know if he smiled because he was like, oh, it's not real. I'm not getting arrested. I'm going to wake up. Or if he smiled because, he was with his friends, and it seemed like everything worked out. His friends were happy. It was a beautiful moment. They connected. You see that they are happy. So did he smile because everything worked out, even though he was about to go to jail? Oh, he smiled because, well, he's not about to go to jail. It's just a dream. But I like the fact that they call it was all a dream. I think Donald Dove was actually telling us that it was all a dream. I mean, that's the last episode of the show, and they say it was all a dream. All of it was a dream. I always had a feeling that when the time comes and I wake up, that's kind of like how it's gonna be. I don't wanna wake up traumatized, Can you imagine if you die in a car accident and you wake up still traumatized, like you're waking up from a nightmare? I've always found it odd that we, like as humans, we know that everyone is gonna die, but we don't want people to know when that's gonna happen. Like, we don't want a person to say, okay, look, I've done what I wanted to do in this world. I was a teacher for 30 years. I helped a lot of people. It was a weird experience. But, I don't want to get old. I don't want to get sick. Or I'm sick, but I don't want to, like, die a horrible death, because, of course, I'm going to die, I know, but I don't want my death to be horrible. I want to go back home in peace without having to be traumatized. There's no point. There's no point in being traumatized. Like, there's nothing to gain. This is the perfect time for me. Can I get assistance? No, the whole world will act like you're crazy. Hey, this and that. Hey. But isn't it rational though? You're like, yeah, I'm not depressed. I remember there's this video. I've reacted to that video actually, of a lady, like this beautiful old lady. She was in her 60s. She lived a good life. She said she was very beautiful when she was young. You could see that she was beautiful. She married a guy with money, like she had fun. Like her life was good. She had a conversation with the kids and the grandchildren. Like, yo, I don't know why I gotta wait until I'm sick, I'm too damn old, I can't do anything for myself, and other people will be helping me. I don't see why I have to wait. I'm not afraid to go back home now. I'm not afraid. And she said yeah, her kids agreed, her grandchildren agreed, So she was being interviewed, and she's like, why why are we so obsessed? Why do we have this obsession with life? Like it's you just gotta, you gotta hold on to it no matter what until you suffer, or like, why do we feel like that's a good thing? Why shouldn't people have a choice in the end? I remember when they asked her, "Oh, why don't you do it yourself?" And she was being reasonable. She was like, "I don't like who's gonna clean up the mess. I don't want my grandchildren to find me in that state. Like that's traumatizing." I remember when I didn't wanna see my dad in a coffin, but I'm the man, right? And they asked that we must come and see him for the last time to identify if it's him. He looked different. He looked different. He looked different, bro. And that image has in left my head. Like I think about how he looked every day. So I can imagine if you find someone that you love who decided to, leave early. Like, of course, it's gonna be messy. Like, usually it's messy, right? Like, it just feels, it's just wrong. Like, it's so damn wrong. It's traumatizing. You'll never forget. You probably never heal. So you will see that she was thinking in a way that a human being should think. Like, she was being rational. Like, she's making a lot of sense. You could see that she's not depressed. She's okay. It's not like she's depressed, she's angry. She's okay. She feels like it's time to wake up. And she wants to wake up on her own. I think one of the reasons why the last episode of Atlanta is my favorite, and that's like that scene, the scene that I was talking about, like that's what made it like my favorite episode. It's because the guy was peaceful, right? He wasn't angry. He wasn't happy. He was simply at peace. It's like he was at peace with everything. I remember when he told his friends that he drove them in a stolen car, because they asked him because he didn't have a car. So I asked him, "Hey, where did you get a car from, man?" Because he actually saved them. They were in this other restaurant. The owner of the restaurant, like people were not supporting his business, and one of his friends was famous, so they thought maybe if he ate at their restaurant, people would want to eat there too. So when they ate the food, they didn't like it, so they wanted to leave early. So the owner of the restaurant didn't want them to leave, so Darius saved them. God told him to get inside the car that he stole, and yeah. So they asked him, "Yo, where did you get the car from?" And he was like, "I stole it." I'm like, "What?" "I stole it from the ballet," and they were surprised, and they were like, "You're gonna get in trouble for that." It's like, I'm not worried about getting in trouble. I'm still in the tank. It was referring to the sensory deprivation tank. It's like, nah, I'm still in the tank. I'm still dreaming. Like, no, you're not in the tank. You are really here, and we're really your friends. And he said, maybe it's just my dream, and you're just in it. Always have been. And they looked at him like he was crazy. Like, they didn't even know what to say. But is that something too crazy to think? Maybe it's just my dream, man. Maybe it's just my dream, and you are just in it, and that is just the truth. Like, that is the final truth. The final truth is that all of this was my dream. I was dreaming the whole time. Nothing is really happening. But somehow I forgot that I'm dreaming. The same way that I forget when I'm dreaming that I'm dreaming. So I'm supposed to know that I'm dreaming, but somehow I don't know. What if me not knowing is in a bar? Like it's something, it had to be like that. I shouldn't know. I shouldn't know that I'm dreaming. Isn't it weird to you that a lot of people, when they become truly spiritual, like when they become these loving people, not really, but like when they start to understand things. Let me put it that way. They start to understand other people. They stop judging other people. Isn't it weird to you that they start to feel like this is a dream? Like they'll say it's not real. Because I think when you are truly, truly enlightened, you shouldn't even be hating anyone. Like you should understand that everyone is in their own path. You are, you know, your mission should be waking up, because this isn't the kind of dream that you would want to have. There are a lot of weird things that are happening, and because you've been here for too long, you kind of feel like you have to, like, you must learn to detach yourself so that you wake up, and you're gonna wake up like you want to wake up not traumatized, because I think when we wake up from this dream, some of us will still be attached to it. Like this other guy who was in a coma, who had a dream where he was with his family. Like he had a family in the dream. He was married. Like in real life, in what we call real life, he didn't even have a girlfriend. So yeah, in the dream he was married, he had a family, and he was happy. And one day he looked at a light bulb, and it started looking like strange, right? And he woke up and he was like, what? And he wanted to go back to the dream because he missed his wife, So I think when people wake up, they will some of them will wanna come back. Some, not all. Some. I wouldn't come back. Some will still, like, even if a person chooses not to come back, but I still think that they will miss some people, but they wouldn't want to come back. I think some of y'all would miss some people, but you didn't want to come back. Be like, yo, I had a dream. There was this guy. His name was Benedictine, the truth from South Africa. He made a video where he was telling me that it's all a dream, and I didn't believe him. I wish I could tell him that he was right. I wish I could tell him that he was right. Yeah, it all sucked, but there were some people that I truly connected with. They seemed genuine, We were working together trying to like realize what this reality is, They were decent people, And that means a lot, because a lot of people sucked in that dream. So, but like, yo, I wish I could say goodbye. I wish I could have said goodbye. I have the strangest feeling. This isn't our first time around. Thank you, guys.